Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. Now, before I get started with this review, you know the old saying, you never know who's watching. Well, a few days ago, I got a notification from my first static review video from none other than ChrisCross. Now, ChrisCross is the one who does the art for this current run of static. He said something very interesting, and I'm going to break it down. He said, I suspect that if Static is coming out on HBO Max, it's not a thing about blacks selling at the theaters. It's the pandemic. Might as well make the streaming site that paid millions for it to stay active. Alright, so let's unpack this. To Mr. ChrisCross, if you're watching this video, I had to say, man, I humbly disagree. Because I can give two examples right now. Look at Shang-Chi and Candyman. Granted, they're two different companies. You know, Candyman is with Universal. Oh, and shout out to her, Nia DaCosta, becoming the first black woman director, female director, to have a movie open at #1. And look at Shang-Chi, you know, Marvel/Disney. And Disney has a streaming service, Disney Plus, but they opted not to put it on the Premier Access, and it's still breaking records. I'm hearing it's doing 75 to 85 million this weekend, just Labor Day alone. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. And I don't know if you guys saw or heard, but Patty Jenkins, you know, she directed the first two Wonder Woman movies, Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984. She was highly against Wonder Woman going on, 84, Wonder Woman 84 going straight to streaming. And she was making little comments. I'm just paraphrasing here, but like, you know, movies that are put on streaming aren't real movies. We're not even going to talk about Wonder Woman 84, but but I agree with Miss Jenkins. It's a catch-22, though. I'll break both sides down because, you know, it is convenient. You know, you have access to all these streaming platforms, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Amazon, BT Plus, what have you. But, I mean, it hurts the theater industry. And me as a filmmaker myself, you know, it does kind of hurt my heart to see a few movie theaters shut down and having Cinemark and AMC file for bankruptcy. There's nothing like, it just hits different when you're with the audience, you know. Prime example, like I saw Space Jam 2 and Suicide Squad both at theaters and at home on HBO Max. And, you know, granted, I loved, you know, the conveniency, you know, me being able to watch movies at my home. But it's just nothing like being with the audience. You know, you can hear all the reactions that you wouldn't normally get at home. And so that's what I'm saying, that them putting Static on HBO Max, allegedly, is like a cop-out. Like, yeah, you know how much revenue that movie would make? I'm just telling you alone. I mean, you look at Shang-Chi, and granted, again, I say it's a different company, you know, Marvel and Disney. But still, you saw the numbers that happened with Black Panther. You know, granted, people were going to come, oh, that's because it was in the MCU, dog. It had nothing to do with black. It had nothing to do with race. Okay, you simple-minded motherfucker. You think that. I'm just saying, if you put it in theater, if you put this movie in theaters, it'll be a definite game changer for DC, as it was for Black Panther with Marvel. I'm just saying. And you're mentioning the pandemic, like, bro, the pandemic's not really halting anything. I mean, you still see people attending concerts, going to the movies, attending sporting events, you name it, going to the club. I mean, bro, the pandemic is so last year. I mean, look, I was just at a concert last month, Usher's residency in Vegas, a sold-out concert, if I might add, and I'm still negative, and I'm vaccinated. All right, so with that being said, without further ado, let's get started with this review. Bars. Alright, so this is issue 3. That means we're halfway there. So finally, Static dons the costume that we all know and love. But the thing, you know, another thing I saw across the message boards or whatever, you know, I'm not really big on message boards pertaining to Static, but I was in the comment section. I forgot who it was. I want to say it was Near Mint Condition. And I remember on the comment section during the live chat, someone was telling me that, you know, a lot of blacks aren't really feeling the Static. And this is news to me. I'm like, really? Because I guess the writer, Vida Ayala, she's changing the status quo. Like, because people know his identity or the way he's getting his costume. I mean, changing the status quo, how? This is just the 3rd issue. I mean, what, because that he got his powers during a riot as opposed to a gang fight? Or because he's flying on a manhole cover now as opposed to a trash can lid that he did in the old series and the cartoon? I mean, I remember I said on my first review, I'm cool with her modernizing it because, you know, that was so 90s, the way that Static, well, it's still relevant today. I'm just saying, if you're trying to branch out and do new things, you know, it is cool to change certain, you know, methods pertaining to a storyline. You don't have to do it. What's the word I'm like to verbatim. Truth be told, not really much happened on this issue. Sure, there was action in the beginning with Virgil escaping the storage facility where he gets the material for his new costume. But really, things started really heating up, literally, because Hot Streak is working with this organization that's experimenting on bang babies. So he leads them to the school, and now since Daisy revealed to one of Virgil's friends, Daniel, I think, that she has powers, shit is about to hit the fan. One thing I did love about this issue, though, was the father-son dynamic that's Virgil and his father have. You don't really get that in a lot of black stories, and I love that dynamic, and I love that Vita is really showcasing that, because you don't really have a lot of black superheroes and black dads. I mean, even though y'all know I love Black Panther, Black Panther don't have a dad. Remember, Black Panther's dad died. Claw killed him. Miles has a dad. What other black fathers are there in comics? Oh, yeah. Black Lightning. So overall, I give the issue 4 out of 5, you guys. So if you read it, what do you think about the issue? How do you feel about ChrisCross's comments in regards to the Static movie? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, hit my Cash App, and like always, y'all, deuces.